A quick little check-in, sort of like more like a metaphor about a bike ride I did the other day. It's really been influencing a lot of what I want to say to you guys, and I really want to continue the conversation about making progress to exercise, but also taking the simple route, keeping it simple, but progressing the simple things, because it doesn't need to be difficult. And far too many people in this industry make it more challenging than it needs to be. There are other ways that you can pick things to make them a little bit more specific to you, and we'll get there. And we also don't need to in some cases. You're going to find that plan that starts to alter as you're getting closer to your goal, and you're going to find that specifically for you. But as you're following this scientifically proven method, you're going to start to make little adjustments, small adjustments, not big ones. And we're going to make sure that this thing fits you for the long term. So you're going to start to be able to start delving into things that you're currently not doing, or get into another new exercise, whatever. Whatever it might be, we're going to tweak it, and we're going to have something that's specifically yours by the end. But in the end, principles are the principles. The basics are the basics. You're going to learn the new language before you start putting together written sentences and stories and that sort of thing. Anyways, I want to talk a little bit about that ride the other day. It was a morning of, I think it was about half a week ago. I was riding across one of my favorite roads to go across, and I've been sort of stuck lately trying to find a ride, a way to make my ride a little bit longer. The point is where I'm getting into these more populated areas if I go into these other directions. So I need to look for other ways, right? So I've been sort of looking around as I'm riding, and the other day I actually even went on Google Maps to see. But I've been passing this one particular road, and I Googled it, I saw it, it looked okay. It wasn't so bad, so I've been passing by it day by day, and I finally decided, okay, you know what? Today, I'm going to try it. I'm going to go on it. I was a little bit concerned, but I tried it anyways. So I turned onto it, and I said, you know, I'm just going to start, see how it goes, and if I have to, I'll turn back, right? So I get on the road. Definitely didn't show up like that on Google Maps, but there wasn't too many potholes. It wasn't that bad, and yes, there was a little gravel coming off of side driveways or something like that, and I was concerned that perhaps if I ever had a flat tire or something like that, I could get stuck. It wasn't too good for my tires, so I decided it probably wasn't going to be something I would eventually use. But I kept on riding, and eventually I got to the top of this hill, and I looked over, and it was this newly paved road, and that's something I could possibly use. And I never anticipated going on this road. That's the interesting thing. It would not have happened if I didn't make that turn and go through that sort of experience that I didn't like. So of course, I'm not going to be using that sort of cutoff because it's too gravelly, but I'll be able to use that road that I eventually got to. It's perfect for what I needed. And the thing is, I tried it. I said, okay, let me see how this goes. Very much of like an experiment. And that's exactly what you guys are doing. I want you guys to experiment. Experiment with things that I teach you and I talk about and you read. See if those are the long-term approaches for you. And we're going to try it out. And we'll see how it goes. And maybe you like it. Maybe you don't. It's not for everyone. And guys, this is a metaphor. This road is a metaphor, because maybe you like it, maybe you don't. But the whole idea is you went through it, and I learned something, and you guys will learn something from that experience. Now, I learned a new road I could use by going through another road that I didn't like, and you guys could learn a new method from going through a method that you don't like as well. So if you're not really into some of the things I'm saying, I'm asking you to do, I get it. It's not for everyone. I absolutely agree that's not for everyone, but it's a point that we're going to branch off of, and there's a method to my madness. I want you guys to go through this road to find your paved road, as I used the metaphor. So I want you guys to go through it, understand it, put it in your head, put your heart behind it, and get to it. Get to that goal, because I know you guys can. I know you guys have already put a lot of effort into it. You've locked in many ways, and you're going to start to finalize your approach as you get to your goal. But first, you have to try things. You have to go through it. You have to just try it out. And as I said, sometimes you might not be excited about getting into it. Maybe you're looking at that road and like, I don't know if it's a good idea. And maybe you go on that road and you don't like it like I didn't. But the point is, that experiment is what you need to do. You have to just try it out.